All right, thanks for staying with us. You're watching TVC Breakfast. Let's check out the papers this morning now, starting off with the Daily Trust newspaper. The lead story there is a build-up to the petrol price controversy lingering in Nigeria. IPMAN, that's Independent Petroleum Marketers Body, now tackling NNPCL over the new petrol price, says oil firm bought product for 899 naira, but selling at more than 1,000 naira to a litre. It will come down, though. That's from the trading arm of the NNPCL. In the meantime, streets deserted as workers, students trek. And more reactions. Atiku knocks Tinubu. Amechi calls for protest. TUC 6 reversal of hike. Down below the picture stories there to buttress that story. Out-of-school children threats to national security. That's from the Vice President Kashim Shettima. The Punch is still towing the line, still following the story regarding the petrol price hike. IPMAN tackles NNPCL. Marketers accuse NNPCL of inflating Dangote petrol price. Sanwo-Olu inspects ongoing 7-story new Mercy Children Hospital. That's in the pictures there on the paper. And 7 banks pay 392 billion naira tax. That's from a report. From Rivers State now, Governor Fubara heads to Supreme Court as Appeal Court affirms pro-Wike lawmakers. To the Daily Times, TUC to federal government return fuel price to what it was in June 2023, says there is no government in the world that doesn't intervene in its critical sector. Health workers issue 15-day ultimatum to federal government, say that this demand is prompted by the non-response of the federal government to their plight. Disco's revenue hits 431.16 billion naira in the second quarter of the year amid collection charges. Nigerian News Direct says 15 billion naira debt owed by NNPC Limited threatens fuel supply. Marketers lament there, going on to indict the NNPCL of inflating fuel price. Wike's faction triumphs as court upholds Ameule as Rivers Speaker. Dangote moves crude deal, cement production with Caribbean countries. Platform Times now, no food for lazy man. President Tinubu not cause of hardship. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu is quoted there. Lebanese jailed 14 years for sexual exploitation of 2 Kano teenage girls. Almajiri crisis, a national challenge rooted in neglect, says Dapo Abiodun, governor of Ogun. Finally, is this Nigeria. Appeal Court nullifies Governor Fubara's 800 billion naira budget. Affirms Amewule as authentic Speaker of the Rivers House of Assembly. Says the budget passed by the 4-man faction is a nullity. And on the floods, NEMA urges communities to heed early warnings. Ibraheem.
All right, the first with me here is the Nation newspaper. Court, Fubara must take budget 2024 to Amewule-led House. Court of Appeal dismisses governor's case. Rivers heads for Supreme Court. Marketers sell petrol at different prices in deregulated market. How to make products accessible, affordable by TUC. At 90, I am prepared for my death, says Shoyinka. 125 CNG conversion centers activated across states. Lagos Red Rail Line begins commercial operations Tuesday. Next is Salient Times. We won't shift ground on 18-year minimum entry age into varsities, Minister. Her story is inspiring. Mba appoints additional as Enugu ambassador. Death row inmate ordered to choose between 3 options for how he wants to die. Court dismisses Fubara's appeal, affirms Amewule as Speaker of Rivers Assembly, set aside Rivers 2024 budget passed by Edison Ehie Group. Man arrested for allegedly killing friend in Ondo. I have never sponsored thugs. I don't want to miss heaven, says Amechi. Next is the Help newspaper. Ondo 2024, Aidatiwa inaugurates 30-member campaign committee. Begins statewide campaign October the 12th. Remi Tinubu decries poor maintenance in varsities. Police parade 12 nabbed teenager for Ondo caterer's murder. Why I prefer Orisha worship, Wole Shoyinka. Next is New Telegraph newspaper. Clark writes, Kekereekun says corruption bane of Nigeria's judiciary. Appeal court affirms Amewole as speaker, voids Rivers 2024 budget. Fuel price increase, not hike, but deregulation. Akpabio. TSA, federal government releases guidelines exempting research grants, endowment funds. Next is the Guardian newspaper. War against corruption, where anti-graft ego turns a blind eye to sacred cows. My husband not greedy, working for better future. Atiku, CUPP, TUC, others knock Tinubu over handling of fuel subsidy. Shetima, Kalu, Abiodun decry rising population of uneducated kids, urge action. Dr. Military, Defense Headquarters warns Asari Dokubo. Next is Daily Independent. Signs of anarchy everywhere in Nigeria. PDP BOT warns, asks Tinubu to review policies to check widespread hardship. Nigeria sinking deeper under President Tinubu. CUPP lament, my husband, not cause of hardship, says Oluremi Tinubu. Reps seek tax policy overhaul to ease burden on citizens. Senate says local government elections conducted in violation of democratic tenets. Health workers threaten strike, issue 15-day ultimatum to federal government. And on the bottom strip, police rescue kidnapped sports journalist in Anambra. Next is Blueprint newspaper. Defense Headquarters dares Asari Dokubo, come and witness military might at battlefield. Dismisses ex-militants' threats to down troops helicopters. 165 terrorists killed, 238 others arrested in 1 week. Buba. Brigadier General Sadiq faces court-martial over palliatives. Northwest, Northeast on the brink of out-of-school children. Shetima, Kemi, Zamfara, Jigawa, Bauchi, worst hit. Death penalty doesn't make society safer. EU. Zamfara disengages 109 contract teachers to recruit 2,000 others. NNPCL recommits to lasting peace, prosperity in the Niger Delta. Next is Leadership Friday. Boat mishaps kill 1,429 in 4 years. Stakeholders expressed concern, call for stringent measures. Community leaders touched on awareness, support. More reactions, trail new petrol pump price. Again, court stops Emir Bayero from renovating palace. Pension assets hit 21 trillion naira in August. Next is Nature News newspaper. No country on track 100% to meet 2050 renewable energy target. Severe drought. South African livestock farmers face heartbreaking decision as animals are starving to death. Kaduna State invests over 10 billion naira in Ala Dairy Farm, says Deputy Governor. Maiduguri suburbs face water rationing after devastating floods. That's about it for the Nature News newspaper. Last but not least is the Nation Sporting Live. Nigeria versus Libya, 5 p.m. Boniface feels a cement void. Educate to replace struggling Chukwueze. Ahead of AFCON qualifier, second leg again Libya. Lukman, Batsi, Chukwueze, I now risk suspension. John Anderson, why I rejected Super Eagles job. Moses Simon reacts, I dribble with the ball, run without the ball. Mason turns down an alleged move. Haaland breaks silence on controversial Gabriel incident. And Liverpool to finalize Van Dijk deal. That's about it for the newspapers up for review this morning.
All right. There's so many stories in the papers this morning. Of course, the talk about the Court of Appeal, that is, speaking on the controversy lingering in River State, and a host of other developing stories should make for interesting reads when you go forth in the day. So get all the needed information and stay enlightened. Still